home game of the season for one team. It is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, they are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Canes will kick off first, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Straight ahead, it's Smothers. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juice.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football, and Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield, so a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these 2 programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew...
Going long. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out wide left, it's Brown. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Hand off for Brown. He's stopped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Wingo. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here's Arch to throw. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. Third down coming up. Hits inside. It's Smothers. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
On the move, it's Fletcher. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sends it back in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. First down, he'll keep it. And it's a fumble on the play. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Mensah. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
He's changing the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Got his man to the left. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Defense all over it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He wants to go deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because
he wants to take the top off. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give. Runs through the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Moving to his left. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It puts so much pressure on a defense when a quarterback can get out of the pocket like that and has a chance and is willing to take a chance to try to make a big play downfield.
Well, and that's why defensive ends have to keep contained. You got to keep that rabbit in the cage, right? You can't let him outside the cage, let him start roaming, because now it opens up my defense for big-time plays. They didn't get stung by it this time. The quarterback didn't find anybody open, couldn't make a completion, but you got to keep that guy in the pocket.
Right side, it's Brown. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Good, right down the boulevard. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Tight end now in motion. Quick give, it Smothers. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Manning. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third down from the gun. Manning throws to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Here's Mensah to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Second and long here. Here's some daylight. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Throwing, Mensah. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
A give to Brown. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Mensah. Setting up the screen. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
You want to talk about leg talent? That kid just made that kick 40-plus yards into the wind. That's incredible.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Arch Madness. Complete left side, Coleman. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Sets his feet. It's Manning. Rushes on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Iowa taking on the number 15 team, the UCLA Bruins. And it's the Hawkeyes with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. That'll cap off the regular season with a mark of 7-5 and a shot at a bowl. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Tells the run, wants to pass. Buying time to his right. A strike downfield. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Fletcher. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Arch is going to throw for it. The quick out.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Moving out to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, Manning. Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Longhorns! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Follows his blocks. It's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Here's Mensah to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. The run inside. It's Brown. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mensah. Left side is Pringle. Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Canes! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. The Longhorns want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they turn it into a defensive score. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Long way to go on second down. Leaves it with the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing Manning. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. To the air, it's Manning. Under pressure. It's dropped after taking the hit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Hart's going to spin it again. Out wide right, it's Coleman. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Look out! Unloads in the nick of time.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end as they will concede defeat.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And now we turn to the theater of the absurd portion of the game. Why is the field goal unit out there?